you ready?
Audio
So it's weeks 10 and 11 in the BYB kiddies, and this is the internet's #1 favorite show you have found, the BYB Insider, and I'm your host, the Big Guy. So we have some breaking news here in the BYB. Let's bring in the BYB Insider 5000, and we have a future champion on our hands. All of us at the BYB Insider would like to wish Jared and his beautiful wife Allison just happy congratulations and joy as Reed Michael was born into this world. So congratulations, guys, from all of us, and we'll be looking forward to him joining the BYB someday soon and giving the penchant for young men winning titles. I expect the Dina Trophy to be on his bookshelf real quick. So with that, we're going to dive into week 10. Here we go.
Alright, we start off. We got the Cobra Kai's and the Black Angels as we dive inside the box scores. Peyton Manning and LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson with great games, but for the Angels, well, they forgot to show up. And when you get great scores down the line like the Cobra Kai boys got here, it's going to make them tough to beat as they slide by the Angels 125 to 103. We're moving on. It's the McConnell Mud Dogs and Jessica White, and thrilling? Well, no. And you take it to the other side, and no. But in the end, somebody had to win, right? And it was the Boom Boys, 114.5 to 82.5. We got the M&M show. The Monstars and the Machines were in the box scores. For the Machine, great game by Riley Cooper, but everybody else pretty much died off. Flip it around, great game by Pierre Thomas and Brandon Marshall. The only black cloud hanging over the Monstars parade was Vinatieri scoring 0, but it really didn't matter as they crushed the Machine 130 to 69. We're going to the next game. It's Prestige Worldwide and Hail Mary in the midst of a losing streak as Prestige. They're trying to hang on, and RG3, Peterson, and Jeffrey try to give it to them, but the rest of the team was kind of mediocre in their approach. You flip it to the other side, and when Hail Mary gets 39 from Drew Brees and 24 from Pierre Garçon, it adds up to a Mary's victory, 152 to 135.5. We got the UPS and the Let Me Kick boys, and we're in the box scores here. And Jake Walker, well, he kind of died off, but Bernard Murray and Johnson put it together. Would it add up to a win? In a word, say hello to the dead zone. That's Team Let Me Kick on the bottom half of that, and it led to them getting crushed 104 to 64.5. And to the Pyrotech game of the week, this one with huge implications. The 3-and-outs riding high on a 3-game win streak against the Guild. 35 points for the Guild for Demarius Thomas, and the rest of the team here and there. When you flip it to the 3-and-outs, though, when you're getting heavy metal scores like that, folks, could it be? I'm declaring it now. The 3-and-outs are contenders, 140 to 107 victors over the Guild.
So with week 10 in the books, things look pretty bad for the now former #1 seed Prestige Worldwide in the midst of a long losing streak. But we're going to get to Skippy from the man himself as we fire up the insanely expensive BYB Insider 5000. Some say that it was his first appearance on this show that netted him his now current wife. Others call him the Knight of Insight. Me, the Night of Insight. It's Larry Damron, and he's in the hot seat. Larry, what's going on, man?
What's going on, big guy?
Larry, you're in the middle of this big losing streak, man. What's going on with this team?
Yeah, man. We had a couple, we played Josh and just didn't score any points. And how you lose to Josh Workman, I don't know, but we did. And then played Jacob, and Drew Brees played against the Cowboys and went off, and there wasn't anybody going to beat him that week, so we hit a skid.
So at this stage, you fell from 1st to 5th. So Larry, what's in store for the team in the future weeks coming up?
We're doing good. We've got some good. My players got some good schedules coming up, so I think we'll be okay. Myself, we've got a tough schedule to end it out, but that doesn't look great. But other than that, I think we'll be okay.
All right, he's sitting on the hot seat, ladies and gentlemen. Larry, you know how this works. 3 questions, 30 seconds each. Are you ready to sit on the Pyrotech hot seat?
Fire away.
Question 1, bigger fantasy disappointment, CJ Spiller or Ray Rice?
Spiller, by far.
Question 2.
Expectations.
Question 2, Richie Incognito, bully or just fat slob?
I'll go with both.
Excellent answer. And question 3, the big one. At the end of the year, who will end up with the toilet bowl?
The toilet bowl. It's looking like, are we talking fantasy?
Oh yeah.
It's looking like Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown with the toilet bowl. You heard it first from the Night of Insight.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy either.
All right, you have completed the Pyrotech hot seat. 30 seconds for your taking. Go.
Well, I think we have to talk about what's on everybody's mind, that Mark Muncy is actually still playing this year and doing well, which we know that won't end up that way, so it's just a matter of time. Mark Muncy, he's one thing you can count on him, you can't count on him.
And there it is. He's running smack on Mark Muncy, folks. It's Larry Damron. Larry, thanks for joining us, big guy.
All right, man, thanks.
Later on. So now sitting in 5th place, Larry Damron needs a win. But unfortunately, as we begin the home and home series here in the BYB, here come the Monstars, and they're not in a giving mood. Being you're heading towards Thanksgiving, who's going to come out in week 11? Let's find out right now.
All right, kiddies, as we dive into week 11, it's the Prestige Worldwide and the Monstars. Larry needing a win here, and when the Monstars hand you scores like this, it makes the chore easy as you flip it to the Prestige side. Robert Griffin, Matt Forte, and Jordy Nelson combined together just enough to get them over the hump as they beat down the Monstars 116 to 90. We're moving on. Normally, these two engage in instant classics. This time, not so much, as we're in the box scores, and the machine mediocre scores combined with low scores, and when LaShawn McCoy and Vincent Jackson team up and put together 30-plus ball games, it doesn't even matter if the bottom part sucked. It's the Angels getting by with a 133 to 87 victory. They're holding on, and we're moving on. It's the UPS and Boom Jesco White, and for the safety and security of our viewers, we refuse to show you these highlights. We're not going to show you this. And no, we're not going to show you this because the beatdown was just graphic and just tragic as the UPS boys kill the Boom Boys 160 to 75. We got Team Let Me Kick and Hail Mary. Hail Mary sneaking up through the standings. Can they keep the charge? Well, the Kick boys putting together some pretty decent scores there, but when you flip it over and you're getting down the line scores like that, especially a 25-5 from Vontae's perfect, It's the Mary Boys sliding through 135 to 106.5. And this one should have been the game of the week, but it's not because of reasons I'll explain later. The 3-and-out boys, well, Darren Sproles died, and pretty much so did the chances of them continuing their winning streak, because the top half didn't look great for the Cobras, but the bottom half looked perfect as they combined together and beat the 3-and-outs 121 to 106.5. And we are to the game of the week presented by Pyrotech. It is the Guild versus the McConnell Mud Dogs, and this one, nail biter to the last second as we're into box scores. And as you can see here, great scores by Tommy, but for some strange reason, Witten on a bye and Chandler was on the bench, and it would cost the Mud Dogs large as Jamal Charles on the last second of the game with the reception put the Guild over, and they win it 117 to 115.5.
So that's week 11, kiddies. So let's bring in the BYB Insider 5000 one more time, and let's see the power ranking standings. As we go in, we see the UPS boys have reclaimed the #1 spot in the BYB, but right on his heels is a gaggle of 7-4 teams, amongst which is, we haven't said it since season 1, but we may have to uncork it again. It's the juggernaut known as Hail Mary. Could they reclaim their former glory and capture their second BYB title? And right hanging there at #6, it's Michael Evans. He's still hanging around, and there's a whole bunch of teams that's below the power rankings that are trying to climb their way onto the board. This will be a race to the finish. But for this episode, our race is done. We're out of here. We'll see you next time.